All right, not bad. All right, so these are the stats.
Whatever.
Wrap it up.
Not great either.
So-
Wrap it up.
So these are the stats to compare them. All right. So Gabriel went 13 for 18 with 1 interception, 0 touchdowns. And we talked about last week.
I like how they put everybody up here
with 0. It's crazy. Sanders 14 for 23, 2 touchdowns. So just talent wise, what are y'all thoughts?
Talent wise, Shedeur.
Okay. So you're switching sides because you was on the other side.
No, he's definitely on the other side.
He was definitely on the other side. Now he's switching over, but it's cool. I told you to stay over there last week, but
Juice does this a lot, bro.
Yeah, Juice switches up a lot. He does switch up a lot. He does play both sides a lot. Because that nigga was not fucking got him.
Yeah, nah, he is summertime nigga because he flip flops a lot.
Nah, before the draft, nigga was not fucking with Sanders. All of a sudden now all of a sudden your team like
now he the Sandman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we good though.
It's cool. You got it.
We're gonna stay over here. We're gonna stay over here. We're gonna stay over here. Both of them look garbage.
Both of them look garbage? All right.
Low-key, not garbage. I'm a chill, but
Shazam!
I'm not impressed by either of their I'm not impressed by either of their performances. Like it's just very standard preseason work for rookie quarterbacks. I don't think it's like again, they're not going over the top. They're not going against the top defense. They're not going against the one stringers. So it's just very standard for me. Like at the end of the day, they both look very standard. Like I'm not impressed by either of them.
So what's your thoughts, Rick?
I think Sanders was more impressive, but
yeah,
I mean, if you're like, I don't think he can afford to be missing time like this. I don't know, like
they said he's coming back next week.
So. But I'm saying he missed the whole.
He's starting.
This is a lot of time to. I mean, he should be starting because they're battling for the third string possibly. Like, you know,
Can I say one thing too?
Go ahead.
So one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but what we look at and what like the coaches that are evaluating them during these preseason games look at are very different. So we might say, oh, you know, Shedeur had like some prettier passes, or he might have had more completions, or he didn't throw an interception, but they're not necessarily looking for that right away. Sometimes they're looking for like these just weird intangible, like these weird like things where whether it's like leadership, like how vocal you are, you know, like certain
check downs, play calls, audibles,
like exactly, like are you making? Because sometimes teams, especially like teams like this, they rather have the safer play before they have the, you know what I mean, like the high ceiling play. So it's like what we looking at. All I'm gonna say is what we looking at is very different from what they're looking at in terms of like who's gonna be the starter, who's gonna get the most, you know, reps, blah 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 blah.
All right. So the part that went viral was Dillon's post-game interview. This is the part that went viral. So we'll watch this and then we can watch the full thing if you guys want more context.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to
you like his hair?
Nigga said.
It's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to
feel like he's one of those guys that he wants
what
to
I'm focused on
comment
doing. Of course, we're doing this mid-game, but you know, it's something that I'll get used to, and just want to be the best team that I can, and create an environment where we can all go do our best work.
I wasn't familiar with this whole situation, but when I looked at the comments, they were saying basically his coach in Oregon said the same thing about Colorado.
Yep.
And he was basically just regurgitating what his former coach said.
It's not quarterback. We're not gonna sit here and do that. We're not gonna do that. He knew what he was doing.
I'm just giving some concept. I'm just breaking the news, nigga.
Yeah.
It's not about Shedeur.
Okay, I respect you.
It's not about Shedeur. It's not about Shedeur, but it's just not a good look when you say it. When you say it with Shedeur in the locker room, when you know Shedeur does do numbers, like
so
that is about Shedeur. We're not doing it.
It's not about Shedeur. So
oh my God,
it was tying into like I guess there was some beat. They're talking about like the people who've been hating on the team, reporters, entertainers. They're talking about like personalities from the radio and stuff.
Rec, week one, were you not entertained?
Rec. I'm with you, Rec.
He's not talking about his own teammate on because he would get cut. He would get cut from the team for some like that's like the stupidest thing ever.
But it's subliminal.
I agree with Rec. I was gonna say, Rec. So here's my thing, Rec. I agree with you, or I did agree with you before I had the backstory about the Oregon coach. So before I had that, I said the same thing. I was like, you know what? He's just, blah, 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 like talking about like all the theatrics around, the NFL and right now with the preseason. But then when I learned that his coach basically said the same shit verbatim, I'm with Lopes where it's like, yo, he said that because he understood that people that are familiar with what's going on are going to understand where that came from. So it's like he's a smart dude, honestly. He did it in a way where like where he's making people like, talk about it the same way we're talking about it, but he knew what he was doing.
All right. I'm just going off of what I read from the people that cover the Browns. They said that the entertainers was in reference to like a previous interview from like the build up to that preseason game. So
this is the Oregon coach right here.
Right? There's a difference. Right? This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played on the grass. Right? It's going to be played on the grass. Let's go.
How do you go back?
They're fighting.
It's not going to be played in Hollywood. It's crazy.
Right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins. There's a difference. Right? There's a difference.
Wasn't lying though.
Right? This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood. It's going to be played on the grass. Right? It's going to be played on the grass.
He wasn't lying, but at the same time, you said that, but you didn't outperform him. So if you're talking about competition, you didn't do that. So Shedeur bought the numbers, and I put this up earlier. Shedeur
devil's advocate?
broke the average viewers of Shedeur Sanders' NFL debut was 2.2 million viewers. It was the most watched preseason game.
How many of those niggas you think was his haters though? That's the thing.
So that was all niggas that were fucking with him.
Nah. A lot of them were people that wanted to see him fail. There's a lot of people.
That's fine. That makes it even better though. They want to see him fail, and he succeeded. He had 2 passes.
So my thing is like we're gonna compare. No. So here's my thing. We're gonna compare one game. Did they play the same people?
They only
with the same players.
It was actually worse.
Did
G.
they play the same team?
It was actually worse, G, because Shedeur played with backups and he played against starters. Gabriel played with starters and played against backups. I just showed you the box scores. That's the whole conversation we're having.
Yeah, G.
I'm talking about like where the starters at? I don't know if I can believe
the Panthers. It's a fact. The Panthers started their starter defense, and the team that
the Panthers. Oh my God, the Panthers started their starting defense.
It was the Eagles' backup defense.
My bad. No, my bad. It's the Panthers.
Okay, but he also played. But Shedeur, you're not adding the context of the fact that he played with backups. His receivers were backups.
I understand that, but y'all telling me
Gabriel played with the starting wide receivers.
Backups. The Panthers' starting defense is not pretty much backups.
They're still starters in the NFL, bro. You're not gonna disrespect the whole starting NFL team, bro.
Yo, all I'm saying
you
is
sound like a nigga that's saying you're the type of nigga that say a college team would beat a professional NBA team because the NBA team sucks. Like, come on, stop. There's still NFL professional starters.
I would never say that. I would never say that.
That's how you sound though by saying that.
But a high school team would be the WNBA team. But so all I'm gonna say is this is too much. This is too small of a sample size.
But that's where we're at though. That's the only thing that we got.
No, that's not where we're at because we got plenty of time, bro.
We got more time. We're gonna discuss it every week if we need to. But I'm just saying that was the first. They each played one game. That was the result of one game.
We get it. We're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap it up, man.
we gonna wrap it up.
You know what
I just want y'all to know.
Shazam.
All of this shit is cool, but we're arguing over preseason football. So that's all I'm gonna say.